Hi boys, all the students, I hope you are understanding all my classes. We discussed about the microeconomics and its scope and importance. Now I would like to discuss about the macroeconomics. Macroeconomics has been developed only after 1930s. 1930s when that economic depression is there. Before that all classicals are there. Only that individualism, laissez-faire, means total microeconomics will talk about, you can talk, it is like in a private sector. The government involvement is also very less. The total microeconomics deals about all the free economy. The government will not involve in any way of economic activity. But macroeconomics, when the microeconomics individualism is there, before 1930s, that all the people, unemployment is developed, stagnation is developed, no purchasing power, the lot of economic problems jump. Such a juncture that J.M. Keynes, John Maynard Keynes interfered and he said that macroeconomics is very important, government involvement is very important. So here the macroeconomics 1936, that John Maynard Keynes, he developed it, he wrote General Theory of Employment, Interest and Money. Means that time unemployment is too much. Then the people said that, oh government, you provide employment. If you do not provide employment, people are going to starve and die. There is no economic activity. So government started providing employment, public sector interfered. When the public sector interfered, government started taking off economic activity, then the macroeconomics is developed. The macroeconomics, the Great Depression, after Great Depression, the macroeconomics has been developed like anything. And another thing is, it is also called income and employment theory. You have to create employment and provide the income, then purchasing power increases, the supply and demand will start. Means it is not individual, it is aggregate demand, aggregate supply. It will talk about total nation. International trade will be there. And inflation you know very well, it is the world, every country is facing nowadays, the inflation is the major problem. And it will find out the problem and give the solution. The macroeconomics is, that's why it is also called, it is what ought to be. What ought to be. It is also can be called as what ought to be. It is a normative science, you can say that. And it is general price level. It will talk about general price level. How the price is there. Whether prices are increasing. If the prices are increasing, a normal person cannot purchase the commodities. If there is any economic fluctuations are there, how to control. So it will also talk about and it will give solution. And what rate economy, it is very important. Ultimately economy means the economic growth is very important. Without having any economic growth, there is no economy. See, there are two kinds of problems will be there. What? Individual problems and economic problems. Individual problems is what to means the thing is when you are having unlimited wants, limited means or resources, choice problem will be there. But here, what to produce, how to produce. When you are having a limited resources, with the limited resources, what to produce, how to produce, whom to produce, where to produce, and which section of the people to be produced, and everything will be taught. So theory of distribution and business cycle and monetary and fiscal policies also it will discuss. Theory of distribution. Whenever the national income is there, you have to distribute it to different classes, different sector, primary sector, secondary sector, tertiary sector. The plans will be there. In the parliament, in the planning means they will talk about where we have to dump so many resources to develop without having any regional imbalances. The macroeconomics will talk each and every sector, each and every corner of an economy. And you may have the doubts, monetary policy and fiscal policy. Monetary policy will be dealt by RBI, Reserve Bank of India. And there are so many will be there in monetary policies. In monetary policy, a lot of things are SLR and LRR, legal reserve ratio, statutory liquid ratio, and so many things are involved in that we will discuss when we are talking about the money and banking. And that fiscal policy means the levying of the taxes. Which commodity tax will be laid, which income group tax will be laid, and whatever the money is generated, how to spend for the welfare of the poor people or low income people, and how to generate health, education, sanitization and all. This is all we'll talk about the macroeconomic and fiscal policy. The scope of macroeconomics is the theory of income and unemployment, what I already told you that. Theory of consumption. If you are providing the income, the consumption level will be increased. Standard of living will be increased. If income is not there, the basic necessaries, it is not possible. And next one is the theory of the business. Business in the sense, the trade cycle. How you are taking to place. If you are providing employment, production will increase, the trade cycle will be developed. And the theory of general price level, I already discussed about it. And investment. Price level and investment. Investment will be done by that, you know very well, the entrepreneurs. If they are getting more and more profit with a less cost, then you can have more and more this thing. Profits, the theory of economic growth and macro distribution. This is all I discussed about it. But macroeconomics is very important. It will be useful to the government. You may say that whether macro is important or micro is important. Micro is depending upon macro and macro also depending upon micro. It is interdependent. If you do not know about individual problems as a whole, a country problems you cannot find. If you understand the problem and you can give the solutions for it. So this is about the macroeconomics, my dear students. So you should understand this properly what I am talking. So I am explaining that microeconomics as well as macroeconomics. These two are very important for your examinations. You have to study. If you understand, it's okay. If you do not understand, please call me so that I will give you all explanations and clarify the doubts on screen. That my phone number will be there. Please subscribe to our channel and keep bell icon on. Thank you, one and all.